Before we jump into episode 7, we need to talk about what happened in episode 6, because it completely changes the situation surrounding Tanya and the Imperial Army. Episode 6, titled Decoy, was one of the most intense episodes of Season 2 so far. The Imperial forces were trapped in an extremely dangerous situation at the Soldim 528 position. Tanya and Appo's salamander combat team was surrounded, while the enemy continued to put pressure on their defensive line. What made the situation even more dangerous was the fact that the Imperial Army could not simply rely on superior firepower anymore. Their enemies were becoming more coordinated, and the battlefield was turning into a war of attrition. Then came one of the biggest surprises of the episode. Zeta personally decided to act as a decoy. Instead of remaining safely behind the lines, he deliberately placed himself in danger in order to create an opportunity for the Imperial forces to break through the enemy and Appo's pressure. And this is where the relationship between Zeta and Tanya becomes extremely interesting. They didn't and Appo's need a long conversation or a detailed plan. Zeta created the opportunity, and Tanya immediately understood what he was trying to accomplish. That moment showed exactly why these two characters are so dangerous when they operate together. Zeta understands the strategic level of warfare. Tanya understands the battlefield. And when those two levels connect, the result is terrifyingly efficient. Tanya and the 203rd were able to respond to Zeta and Appo's improvised plan, turning what looked like a desperate situation into an opportunity. But episode 6 wasn't and Appo's simply about winning a battle. It also showed how expensive that victory was. The Imperial Army is running out of resources, soldiers are being pushed beyond their limits, and even victories are becoming harder and harder to achieve. And that is extremely important going into episode 7. Because Tanya is beginning to realize something that the people behind the war may not fully understand. Winning battles is not the same thing as winning a war. The Empire can still produce brilliant commanders. It can still win individual engagements. It can still send Tanya into impossible situations and somehow survive. But the larger problem is the system itself. The Empire is fighting too many enemies, on too many fronts, with too few resources. And after the events of episode 6, Tanya finally gets the opportunity to step away from the battlefield and see what is happening behind the front lines. Unfortunately for her, what she discovers may be even more frightening than the enemy. And that brings us directly into episode 7. Part 2, episode 7 analysis and episode 8 predictions around 5.
Alright.
Wow, that's so
Let
me fix this quality that I got.
Alright,
Subjected
you
to.
did say
Sorry
that.
about that.
survived, brother.
So they survived.
It even affects the audio.
Of course. For the moment.
They survived, but then they're drinking.
He knows.
Like it's so peaceful.
Yep. Yeah. She did everything.
Oh, blaming on you.
Formality and say nothing.
Wait, is
Never
this
change.
after the entire exchange yet, or debating us?
Believe in the me that believes in you.
いつだって我が道を行くのだ。
Follower on
存在 X のような輩に運命を委
Oh,
ねる。
being X.
己の自己決定権を信ず。
I carve
それが近代人としての教
Being
授に
X
こ
has
だ
not
わら
only
ない。
orchestrated everything,
not being access and
you have
like
no control.
Huh?
Of course.
Of course. Here's after. So
Oh.
he survived.
南部諸都市を
Oh.
それ以前の問題だ。ヨセフ・グラードまでは電撃的に進軍し得たが、
But
以降は補給が破綻。
the
Wait, it's called
supply
Joseph
lines,
Grad.
構成限界だ。
they can't go any further.
目標の資源地帯は
とても届かんよ。
So it wasn't really. So she did her best and it was for nothing. Guys cried.
We gave you an opening and everybody behind us failed us.
あのルーデルドルフ閣下が仕掛け
And
肝心の打ち道が間に合わなかったのだろう。
Ooh.
鉄道はよけていたようだが
so salty. Even more so than I already am.
Not enough.
まあ、
Everything is used up.
Seguir, pero
Oh no!
that's what I was thinking just now. It's probably because of Hans not being there and them not having the actual components.
He made sure
complement.
y'all
I guess
had what
sending
you
him
needed.
here
Yeah.
ultimately backfired.
We saw him struggling when
He
he
did
was
argue
gone.
with them.
Incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's sad.
Addicted to victory because they're greedy.
Addicted to fucking victory.
Wasn't.
Learn to
I
do
mean, we
the
haven't already been doing
unpleasant.
the unpleasant?
What does that mean?
Ooh. Western Air War.
A little further to the east.
Oh, what?
Huh?
Wow!
Hey, nothing's off the table for you, Tanya, let's be real.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
Oh,
Oak.
conspiracy.
I'm not surprised he would ask us.
The lawful order.
I'm not gonna be a traitor.
And the imperial family.
Como la convence.
Oh, will fulfill my duty.
So, what are we doing?
Perfect.
Surashi.
Spanish.
You never know if he's being
Oh
serious.
my god.
He very well might have popped the cap in Tanya's ass, but maybe that's
We're
all
not
it was.
betraying the country.
You kind of passed.
Back home. Alright.
I'm not falling for this nigga.
Reality
Oh, he
of the
pivoted?
I
empire.
think so.
Purgatory.
Gotta
I have
visit
no
the big
proof.
city.
We're both
Purgatory,
operating
that's
under
a
a
scary title.
misunderstanding. I don't know how much I believe him.
That's fair.
Alright.
I've seen how he plots. I've seen how
Bad
he
feeling with
moves.
this title now.
He might have been putting out a feeler.
Is it too peaceful?
That.
Welcome
We're
back! You're back, dude!
Vice is also good. He's healed up.
Resort. Ooh.
¿Cuál será la verdad de las vacaciones?
I'm surprised they're getting a holiday.
クーポンってこの時代にあるの時代中が
あら内緒
They need a break.
Okay.
I'll be on dessert.
Truly shocked.
Say the large
Ooh.
Of course.
Maybe fucking blame that.
I guess that makes sense.
Just launch a fucking
The impossible.
In the war immediately with an
With an
incredible.
incredible victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get an incredible victory.
Paddy deteriorated. Y'all were.
Really deteriorated.
Pulling
Southern
back forces.
Y'all had a chance for peace. Y'all had a chance. Someone shake my head at
He
this.
said they're addicted to victory.
Hey, why you
Oh.
like that?
Another capital.
Londinium.
Oh.
I was gonna
Not there
say
yet.
Moskva.
No,
No. Your ally.
this capital. Don't tell me this capital.
No way.
Okay.
What the
No.
This capital.
No.
Say
here.
Yo.
Bro.
What's
You
happening?
want us to bomb our own place? Like, what is going on here?
It's two people saying.
Was the
Except the military. Yes! That's what I said. Like,
What's
you-
building here?
それね
Unfortunately,
Oh, this shit really
It's the politicians.
Wake up the politicians.
Y'all wouldn't bush this up,
So,
would
are they
you?
actually
Right.
doing a betrayal to wake up the
Yeah.
politicians? Because they realize that otherwise guys who don't care because of that greed, because they're addicted to victory.
Like they
Two
can't.
people have hinted at something close to this.
Yes.
Oh, he's so cool.
The last failure I'm putting on your shoulders, bro.
The background art in this show is absolutely gorgeous.
I failed.
Oh, you take it on your shoulders. That's fine.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Everybody
We need
wants
to
her
throw
own
in the towel.
opinion.
Okay.
It's not enough.
That just stops you from bleeding out.
Of course.
Oh,
What?
you can be honest.
This is a long.
Straightforward.
Okay, conclusion
He's just
first.
like me. Yo. He should skip all
We
that.
should
Tell me
fight
what's
anyone.
good.
That's my fucking final answer. You happy?
Tell me what's good.
Straightforward.
Thank you. I can see it. I can see
Throw in the
it.
towel. White flag.
Okay,
退出するの
that's
No
that's
way
her
to
conclusion.
win. We're out of resources.
How can I win?
No. Are we
That's a cool
destroying
camera
the
shot.
enemy's field army? This sounds like the conflict we're in right now.
What is our goal? There is no end goal.
Once morale breaks, I mean,
Maintaining
Those are
power.
inspired.
Victory. How do you define that?
Yeah, what kind of victory?
Yeah.
That's
that
it.
doesn't
So
make
vague.
sense.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Wait,
never
what?
ending. It's never
We need to
ending.
kill
That's all you're giving her?
Never
Victory?
Victory.
Yes.
Just keep
Make
winning.
it look like a
Like,
victory.
I know he's not directly responsible for
scary.
this,
Okay,
but at the end of the
Just
day,
that's all they
all
want
of
is
the
victory.
higher ups that are just
Until I
agreeing
tell
to
you
him to
to.
be boss.
concrete
Like, there's no other way to put it.
Nah.
Reminder, YouTube. This is fucking saying real people. These are artificial
That's all
anime
you can
characters. That
say.
does not count.
At least you understand that.
Deprived of the option of quitting.
Everyone is
Oh,
so
it's like,
fighting.
yeah, just keep fighting. Yeah, win.
Understand reality. Missing the forest for the trees.
they're afraid of. Right, of course.
Afraid of public opinion. Oh.
That's true.
She's been a soldier this whole time.
You've only been in the front lines. Tough life.
You know for yourself, you learn how the public
Okay.
feels. So
Listen to the
The
public.
general
The
public.
public.
Though. Yeah, we gotta win. There's no throwing in the towels.
Time
Why
to
that
go
exact
on a
time?
walk.
Officials are like,
All right.
we have to-
Everybody's
Live
saying the
up to
same
this
thing.
and
We need to
we
find a way to
Well,
make high
walk to
leadership
listen to the
understand.
people.
And I keep hearing like they need to die.
Saying.
No. They need to
Oh, hell
understand
yeah.
suffering and pain so they can realize what's
So
going
be
on.
like Zatora, stand on it.
That's
Oh, you know what this reminds me of?
Tired.
The worst part too is like there's so many across history in like the past century.
This is piss in a cup.
Herb
Just
tea.
like just refusing to throw in the towel.
Good for your health, right?
They say.
More innocent skill.
Might taste like
water.
rust.
I knew the taste was not gonna be great.
Is this?
Caffeine, that's.
As
of course.
a civilized woman.
I'm not a civilized
Dude.
I prefer
I don't
tea.
care what you are, man.
What is
Oh,
that?
never eating
Probably should be drinking that.
Okay, esa es una de las realidades.
Granted, if you're young enough
Ni
or
pa'
old
comer.
enough, despite being
Yeah, it looks so bad.
I guess drink away. Who am I to stop you?
Real stuff is going to the front lines. Y ni siquiera alcanza a preparar
The
su
real stuff is going to the front lines. Interesting.
Allegedly.
Stale.
Oh my god.
硬い漫画
Pero ya es muy canon eso.
Well,
No había nada que comer.
When they
antes
could
de
have had
wartime.
peace, by the
The
way.
food
Yeah.
looks so bad.
Yeah, I chose 3
God.
nuggets and old bread.
She's chewing it.
You too?
what?
There we go.
How human beings feel.
Behave like a normal person.
Behave like a normal person? That's kind of rude.
My character? Honestly, a little bit.
Are you saying I'm not human?
She was supposed to see this food and know how bad it
cannot
is.
be
Oh,
normal.
things like this happen in
She's
war.
Like, do you generally believe you're a normal functioning
She's too
adult?
competent of a person.
Yo, I love her face. I
Not
made it for
everyone
real.
is
She
as
was in the same
competent
face.
as you.
お気持ちはわかります。
その時間待てない
必要な理性を求めます。断固たる意志の欠如は機械損失と同義であり、殺されるしかあり
タンヤはそう思ってしまうと。
That's what I'm talking about.
Efficient.
そりゃそうね。
Of course.
I'll cry? Is he crying?
He's gonna cry?
Little child.
She don't know what to do with it.
I'm gonna cry with it.
Oh my god, don't cry in front of her.
He's pressed to his max.
会話の内容わからないけど
Dang.
He's tired.
Of course, when his daughter
You know what it feels like?
Exhausted the Empire is.
Whole
Everyone's
country's tired.
See how exhausted the Empire Everyone's pretty much running on fumes with no
Realities.
It's pretty much like a chicken with their head cut off.
They wake up and go to work and they gotta conserve this bullshit.
Ooh, look at that.
But you just never know what's gonna happen.
Ceremony for
look at
fallen
her.
soldiers.
紛争で並べば悪い意味で目立ったと。
Oh.
用意してもらって助かったな。
She looks kind of cute.
black.
I love how instinctively. Oh wait, no one else is doing that.
あこの世界もトランペットあんねん
This outfit reminded me of when she was in that doll outfit.
Yeah, she's a bit
Too short. Is he gonna carry
Don't
her
put on
up?
your shoulder?
Yeah.
Right.
Funny as fuck, bro.
Although the fact that he would have done it otherwise.
Nice.
Thanks.
Cute little outfit.
It is.
Right,
No
of course they
buttons,
don't.
empty. What?
It's symbolic. It is.
Putting on the
Yo, that's so
performance.
The fact that they're
sad.
pretending is heavy.
Eso lo hacen siempre.
Oh, man. What do I do is that the second beyond?
So why don't we take care of the politics?
I'm about to say, look at the faces, faces. People that are connected, the families,
Really?
friends.
Like,
So
we took care of
tired
the
and so
politics.
sad.
Like we're at a point where we like.
You smiling?
Times as an army generally wanted to
Oh.
go.
Blood?
What?
What is
What?
that?
What? What?
It's
What?
government. It's freaky to do.
Is BX gonna tease you?
The rain.
Is she just imagining this?
Oh my god,
Is
man.
she imagining it?
Holy shit. That's actually
Yep.
Is this symbolic or is being actually seeing right now?
being X.
The rich
Whoa.
What are
fluid.
you up to?
Senseless blood being spilled.
Also, why does this kind of sound like Death Note?
The sacrifices.
Qué visuales.
She knows. Being X is doing some crazy stuff.
Jesus.
Twisted in strange ways.
非日常であるべきものが日常と化してしまい、終わりの責任を負う。
Yeah.
Madness.
Basically, this. There.
Oh, I don't like that
so
face.
Like
creepy.
we're waiting for the Empire to fall. The Empire is already
Fade.
Beige.
The Empire.
Sees it.
Being
And
X.
not even just in the case of like. Because we know
That's
that
why
the
you just
What
said
being
those
X
things to you.
wants?
You're the odd one out, Tanya.
Mind you, just being.
Rough scene.
That's what it is. I thought it was. I'm like, there's people just nonchalant on the
That
other
was an incredible
side.
scene.
Okay.
Omnipresence of death.
Yeah.
The omnipresence of that.
言い出すこともできましょう。
Oh, where?
Right?
人々が核に感情的でないのは、まだ国家理性を宿している証拠であります。
Still care about the national
被害者
interest.
である以上は自由意志に基づき、
Are you still?
Oh.
You are
Oh.
Yeah, baby, 8 years old.
Actor comes.
This is what he was saying in the diner.
Right.
Cross their boiling point.
Straight the screen, you scream. Like the vigor.
They've hit rock bottom.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So she
Everyone
was an
is
interesting
actually
outlook on it.
He's
a
so, you
volcano
stupid?
inside.
The funny thing is that
I heard her start to rationalize. I'm like,
They
what?
might implode by themselves without having to do anything more. It's it's a powder keg just waiting, ready to go off at a moment's notice.
Ooh.
It's pretty much the enemy within, if you think.
Valiant.
No matter what, they're fucked. Win the
There
war.
it is. Okay, you like
Don't win the war. She knows that regardless.
Even I struggle with public opinion sometimes.
Do our jobs.
I'm usually against it.
Keep winning. Who doesn't love peace?
Coward, you.
Please share the royalties.
She wants that bag.
Picture book. I don't
Wow.
It's a nice episode. Really, episode.
Fairy
It's a
of
great
the
episode. We see his
What are we
perspective.
titling it?
Saga of Tanya the Evil?
Cowardly hero.
Cowardly.
Cowardly hero. Hero.
Cowardly hero.
Because even though we know the Empire falls, some of these
I really
characters
thought it was
don't
going to
make
do
it online. I think it's
Don't
not
tell me
Whole
these
thing,
actors
yeah.
gonna suddenly
Relatable on
appear.
everything.
Saga, Tanya the Evil.
Paper.
And how the music is sounding.
It's like we're strong
Wait,
people.
hot meeting.
Fake news.
Absolute victory over allied. Players measure the strongest of the world. Total victory is 9.
Yeah, that propaganda.
Oh yeah, we're doing great. Yeah, they're eating lobster every day.
It's so
It
dangerous.
will make you feel
Make
great.
it sound so good, but it's not.
Propaganda ain't even believable.
You're just so custom.
You are stupid.
Use your head, yo.
You know she's not
We're gonna go
stupid, but I
back. We're
get
gonna go
it.
back to that scene. That was like what, 3 episodes ago? 2 episodes ago?
This lady just knows war on the front lines.
Hey. It only took you how many episodes, but you
You just
finally got
realize you're
there.
crazy.
Alright, yeah, I mean.
There's nowhere that you're
not
gonna have
gonna
your
happen.
leisurely life right now.
It's always being X, isn't it?
That.
And the blood soaking his face.
What biscuit
That is.
Tanya-chan.
Oh my gosh, yes!
What is happening?
She doesn't even look cute.
Oh, you're
She's
so
weird.
cute! Oh my god!
Kawaii.
Tanya, get the fuck out of there.
Ah, this was before the
This was me trying to
funeral.
put her in before.
Aww.
Dress up.
Yeah, you were explaining.
Episode 7, titled Purgatory, is a very different kind of episode. Instead of immediately giving us another massive battlefield confrontation, the episode focuses on something much more dangerous. The mentality of the people directing the war. After Tanya and her forces manage to hold out at Soldim, the situation surrounding Operation Andromeda becomes increasingly complicated. The Imperial Army had launched Andromeda as a major offensive intended to seize valuable resources and improve the Empire and Apo's strategic position. But the plan does not develop as expected. And this is the first major point I want to emphasize. Tanya and Apo's greatest enemy in this episode is not an enemy mage. It is not Mary Sue. It is not the Federation. It is the Imperial leadership and Apo's obsession with victory. The official description of Episode 7 specifically emphasizes that the Andromeda plan has stalled and that Tanya returns to the Imperial capital while on leave. Once she arrives, she becomes shocked by the reality of the situation behind the front lines. And this is incredibly important for Tanya and Apo's character. Tanya has always been a ruthless rationalist. She doesn't Apo's care about glory. She doesn't oppose, T care about patriotism. She doesn't oppose, T even particularly care about winning a war for ideological reasons. What she wants is simple. Survival. A stable career. A comfortable position. And, most importantly, a life where she doesn't oppose, T have to constantly risk being killed. But the imperial leadership thinks differently. For them, military victory is becoming a political necessity. They need victories to maintain morale. They need victories to justify their decisions. They need victories to maintain their positions. And eventually, that creates a dangerous situation where reality no longer matters as much as the appearance of success. This is why the title Purgatory is so appropriate. The battlefield is already hell. But Tanya is beginning to discover that the people behind the battlefield are trapped in their own kind of purgatory. They know the situation is getting worse. They know the empire is exhausted. They know the war is becoming increasingly difficult. And yet they continue to demand another victory. This is also where Tanya and Appo's perspective becomes extremely valuable. From the front line, she can see the actual cost of military decisions. Every strategic decision eventually becomes ammunition shortages, exhausted soldiers, destroyed equipment, and dead people. But from an office in the capital, a disastrous battle can simply become a number on a report. And this is one of the central themes of Saga of Tanya the Evil. The people making the decisions are often the furthest away from the consequences. Tanya is probably one of the few characters who can understand both sides. She is a brilliant staff officer, so she understands strategy and logistics. But she is also constantly thrown into combat, so she understands exactly what those strategic decisions mean for the soldiers. That makes her perspective incredibly dangerous. Because Tanya can look at the Empire and Appo's situation and recognize something that many commanders refuse to accept. The Empire cannot simply fight harder and expect the problem to disappear. There is a limit to manpower. There is a limit to supplies. There is a limit to how many fronts an army can defend. And there is a limit to how many times Tanya and the 203rd can be used as the Empire and Appo's emergency solution. This is also why I think Episode 7 is more important than it initially appears. The previous episodes showed us the military crisis. Episode 7 shows us the political and psychological crisis behind that military crisis. And that could become much more dangerous going forward. Now let and Appo's talk about Tanya herself. One of the most interesting things about her character is that she is constantly trying to escape the consequences of her own competence. The more capable Tanya becomes, the more responsibility the military gives her. She wants a safe position. Instead, she becomes a battlefield commander. She wants distance from the war. Instead, she gets sent into the most dangerous operations. She wants a peaceful career. Instead, her superiors look at her and think, she and Appo's the one person who can make this work. And Episode 7 reinforces this cruel irony. Tanya is becoming indispensable. But becoming indispensable is actually making her less free. That is one of the biggest traps in her entire character arc. And then we have the question of being X. Tanya has always believed that her miserable existence is connected to being X. She sees every impossible situation as another attempt to force her into dependence on some higher power. But there is another possibility. Maybe Tanya and Appo's greatest enemy isn't Appo's being X manipulating individual battles. Maybe the entire structure of the world is gradually pushing Tanya toward exactly the kind of situation she hates most. A situation where there is no safe option. No peaceful retirement. No perfect strategic solution. Every choice has a terrible consequence. And that is exactly where the word purgatory becomes even more meaningful. Now, what can we expect from Episode 8? My first prediction is that the situation around Operation Andromeda will have serious consequences. The failure or stagnation of the operation means the Empire cannot simply return to normal. The leadership will need another solution. And whenever the Empire needs another solution, Tanya and Appo's name tends to appear very quickly. My second prediction is that Tanya will be pushed back toward the front. Her temporary return to the capital gives her a brief opportunity to understand the larger political situation. But Idon and Appos, T think she will be allowed to remain there for long. In fact, the more Tanya understands about the situation, the more likely it becomes that she will be given another dangerous assignment. My third prediction is that the conflict will become increasingly international. The Empire is already surrounded by enemies, and every failed offensive gives its opponents more opportunities. That means Episode 8 could begin shifting the story away from simply surviving individual battles and toward a much larger strategic confrontation. And finally, I think Episode 8 will continue developing the central theme of this season. The Empire Dusan and Appos, T necessarily need more victories. It needs a way to survive the war. The problem is that the people in power may no longer be able to tell the difference. And if they continue demanding victory at any cost, Tanya may eventually face the most dangerous enemy of all. Not the Federation. Not Mary Sue. Not being X. But her own side. Because Tanya has always believed that rationality can solve any problem. Season 2 is increasingly asking a much darker question. What happens when the people controlling the war stop being rational? And if Episode 7 is any indication, the answer could be catastrophic. So for Episode 8, I would expect more pressure on Tanya, a new strategic operation, and potentially another escalation that forces the Salamander combat team back into the center of the war. And knowing Tanya, she will probably survive it. The real question is, how much of the Empire will still be standing when she does?